Hello all and welcome to The Hub, talking news and reviews for the world of Doctor Who. And this week on the news, first of all, we have a new poster for Series 10. This was obviously released before the actual trailer that I'll just talk to in a moment. But first of all, just talk quickly about this poster. I quite liked it, and there's obviously a lot of kind of speculation of certain things that are actually within the photo. And for me, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna lie, there's certain things that it's kind of pointing out for me personally. Obviously the red planet in the background, which could either be two ways. It could be Gallifrey or Mars. I think it's obviously Mars because it doesn't actually but we actually know what Gallifrey looks like. Gallifrey actually has got a specific kind of look. It's not just red, there's a bit of an orange ting to it, I guess. But yeah, obviously I think it's going to be Mars because obviously connecting to the Ice Warriors, it's going to be the Mark Gatiss episode. But overall, I quite like this poster. I like where we've kind of come with the Doctor Who posters now, where we're getting this kind of really quite I don't really like to use the word epic. Really, I don't really like use that word to describe things, but it does kind of have that kind of feel to it. I very much like it, and obviously that was ahead for the next thing we'll talk about is the new trailer that got released. And I just want to quickly say, I kind of hate when they show trailers for during the football, because it's probably the only time I actually watch football, and yeah, I don't like that. I don't. I actually was watching more football than I ever have, I think, in my life, waiting for this Doctor Who trailer. But yes, so the new trailer for Series 10, which was actually, I think this was actually like the full proper actual trailer that we've had, because we've not really. Because we had a trailer for the Christmas special. I remember after the Christmas special we got the trailer, and then they did. Then there was another teaser, which I can't for life remember when. But this was actually a proper full on trailer, really, and I must say I really enjoyed it. And for me, there was a thing where it might sound a bit much here, but I don't really actually talk this about really with trailers, and especially Doctor Who trailers, but the actual editing of the trailer I really quite liked. There was something about the timing of the music to the words that the certain characters were playing. Like when one of the characters said, it's time, and then when Missy said doctor, I don't know why, it just kind of like really quite went nicely timed and quite ringed well together. I quite liked, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this series. I thought it was a great trailer, a lot of good stuff in it. The female Ice Warriors, by the looks of it, we're finally getting, which looks really quite good as well. I might actually like a Mark Gatiss script. Here's hoping. No, that's not. I do like some of Mark Gatiss stuff. I did like actually his Ice Warriors, the Cold War episode. I actually quite liked that episode, to be honest. I actually think it's quite an underrated episode of his, because generally, even I would admit, I don't particularly really like many of his episodes, kind of. Nah. But yeah, I really liked it. It was good seeing more Missy. It's good seeing a really quick shot of the Mondasian Cyberman as well, which I talked about last week, that they're coming back. It was good that they kind of managed to squeeze in a quick wee shot, because obviously they're actually filming that. I think they're still filming that. They're now the finale, so so that must have literally just went straight on from filming and straight on to the editing floor to go straight out in that trailer. So, but overall, yeah, I liked it. Yeah, look, most I couldn't really fault much really from that trailer. I thought it was a good, strong trailer, and judging by the views as well, looks like it's doing really well. People, I hope, are looking forward to it. I think Peter Capaldi doesn't get the rap that he deserves, and it's a shame. I hate when people go on, it's because of the writing. It's like, you really need to watch, obviously, Capaldi's stuff if you think his writing is letting him down. I really don't believe that for a second, if I'm honest, personally. I just think personally it's because he's not young and good looking. I said it, yeah, I think people were just like, and it's true, it's like, even some folk were against Matt Smith. I know so many people that are like, oh, I don't like David Tennant because he was good looking, and that's really it. And it's like, oh, right, okay, right. But I'm waffling here, am I, Christ? On to the kind of next news segment here, and confirmed that there will be a 3-parter for Series 10, which will actually happen for episodes 6, 7, 8, and will actually be written by different writers as well. It'll be Steve Moffat, Peter Harness, and Toby Whitehouse. Remember Riley is doing the 3-part, which is quite interesting because normally, if it's either a 2-part or 3-part or whatever, there's generally normally the one writer, or sometimes there is the two. A good example of that is that happened some point, and I can't remember when that did happen now. Was it series 4, or did Russell T Davies write all those 3 episodes? Did he write Turn Left? I think he did. But I call myself a Doctor Who fan apparently. Yes, I quite like this idea of 3-part. I quite like bringing that idea back. I do like parts. I quite liked with Series 9 that all of it was basically all 2-parters, and I quite like that mix, I think, really. And I think this is another good mix because by the looks of it, near enough the whole of Series 10 is single episodes. So I think it's quite good to have that really quite big, right in the middle, there you go, a 3-parter. As well as obviously the 2-part finale that we have. So I think that's a really nice mix, I think, for me personally. And obviously it's also got confirmed for the 3-parter that the monks that have been heavily quite seen in certain filming pictures that we've kind of seen about and been kind of very quite wondered. A lot of people have been really quite curious. A lot of folk thought they were the Pyrovile and such like, but yeah, a lot of people got quite interested in them. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to be that. It's just, they're going to be their own villains and own kind of characters and that. And also like Missy will be in. I don't know how, I can't remember if it was like worded that way, if she's in every single episode of that 3-part or just a specific certain time. Not really too sure. I could actually already see it where it's like the 3-part, the first part, the cliffhanger is probably her return or something. She'll be in it for like 1 second, and then that'll be it probably, and then she'll be in the next 2 episodes or something. But yeah, I do like this idea of the 3-parter. For me, I quite like that. It's a nice way you can also, take back to obviously the original Doctor Who. I always quite like them more than the single ones, because you can build in the characters that are actually just in that episode as well. That's not easy when it's a single episode. I think it's very rare where you find actually a lot of characters where it's like I really cared about them. I think if you get up to a part, it's like, oh right, okay, I had a bit more depth into that character and time, really, personally. But yeah, overall, I'm quite liking the idea of the 3-parter. And next up, for the big finish, another Torchwood audio drama has been announced, and it'll go with a trailer as well. It'll be coming in July, and it'll be featuring Yanto Jones, and it's called The Office of Never Was. That's a title and a half. But just going on the actual trailer that they released so far, I'm not gonna lie, I think I might actually I don't know how to kind of word this correctly, but well, just put it bluntly, like, just listening to that trailer alone, I was like, that's actually quite a scary sounding trailer episode. I actually think the performance he gave alone in that 1-minute trailer that we had of Gareth David Lloyd as Yanto was better than some of the stuff he actually was doing on live action. Overall, I really like this trailer. I'm quite looking forward to it. I did say last week I was going to review the Series 1 at Torchwood, but just I worked at work, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't really have time this week. But I will promise to my fans out there that I will read it at some point. So yeah, that's the kind of news of this week. I want to start kind of doing reviews soon. I'm going to properly kind of do that, because it kind of makes no sense by saying this is about news and reviews and that I seem to be doing no reviews. But soon, hopefully, I will be starting to do that very soon, I think. But overall, what did you guys think of this week's news? What did you think of the Doctor Who Series 10, that poster and that trailer? What did you think of the 3-parter that's coming? And did you listen to that trailer for The Office That Never Was? What did you think of that as well? And I would also quite like, I would love it if folks started maybe, if you would like to post some questions and all that. I'd quite like to start that answering questions of what I maybe would think on certain things, and I think it's quite nice to kind of answer back to you and all that through this, and then we can, talk about things and have a little, conversation over it. I quite like that. I think it's quite good to have stuff like that. So, yes, that's this week on the Hub. So until next week, see you later.